Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in this video, I have a network update for you guys from Verizon. And they gave another official date for the 3G shutoff. It's been extended 2 times. It was extended in 2019 and it's been extended in 2020 until this new date now, December 31st, 2022. Is this the actual shutoff date? Will it actually be shut off this time? That remains to be seen. We will see what it looks like. What I get from this, they're trying to minimize customer disruption. What I mean by that, there are still customers that utilize that CDMA network. And they are looking to move that customer into newer phones. And it sounds like to me they need a little bit more time to make that happen. So that's the reason why they keep extending the date for the shut off. Is the network ready to be the CDMA to be decommissioned? I think it is. And I'll tie this in with another network update that they gave a few days ago. So there was an article, which I'll leave in the description down below, that came out from Fierce Wireless. It was titled Defend Its C-Band Plan. So Verizon is defending the plan because T-Mobile came out. Some of their engineers have said that Verizon would need around 50% more densification to make C-band continuous coverage. Now, Verizon came out and said during the analyst day and a couple of events after the fact that they have overlapping coverage in most urban and suburban markets. So that means they have the densification to make C-band work. In this article, they went far more into technical detail, percentages, and everything was given. So I'll leave that in the description down below. But with massive MIMO, I'm sure there'll be beamforming involved. C-band is just clean spectrum that comes at higher power levels than even 2.5. So they can extend the range of that 3.5 to cover a wide area. Of course, it's not going to be able to match low band. That's not the case. That's not what anyone is saying. But they did honestly say, and I give them credit, that in semi-rural and rural areas, they may need to fill in some coverage gaps, which is completely fine by me. So that's when some numbers were thrown out that Verizon is now at a total of 68,000 macros built, and that they're going to continue at a run rate of 2,000 macros, new macros to be built per year. Now, that's a bit lower than what AT&T is doing on a yearly basis from what I've been told. But that's just, again, that's AT&T really pushing that FirstNet build. Verizon on large scale has already been at the size that AT&T is now surpassing, and Verizon is going to, of course, continue now extending the coverage where needed, and of course densifying the coverage where needed as well. So in rural America, if there's a much larger site spacing, they'll fill in sites in between that. So that's something that they'll have to scale as well. So as T-Mobile is working to scale into rural America with previously not having any network or coverage in those areas, Verizon will have to make the quality of the coverage better in those areas. And in some areas, they'll have to tighten the grid even more to make C-band work. So that's something that they'll have to scale and work through. But that's the update that I wanted to give. The 3G shutdown is set again for, it has been extended 2 times. So it's set now for the December 31st, 2022. Will that necessarily mean that it's actually going to get shut down there? We will see. We will see. It's not that far off. It's about a year or so away. And we'll see what happens. So I will leave this article in the description down below. I will leave the other Fierce Wireless article in the description down below. I find that article to be very interesting. Just to briefly discuss that a bit more, it was very detailed. Verizon is very confident about C-band. So they're doing testing. I'm sure it's been approved by the FCC. So they're doing lab tests, and what I get from this, I think they are very, very pleased with the results. And Verizon CTO knows it. He's very excited about the performance, the fact that they're putting their own fiber in the ground, adding 10 gig circuits onto it versus the 1 gig circuits that are on the sites now. It's a beautiful time to be on Verizon if you are into the tech and you're an enthusiast and you're looking forward to the speed increase. This is the time to be excited. Verizon is late. Not denying that they are late. T-Mobile got started last year April. Verizon is barely starting the rollout, but again, the fact that money is being poured into this, they're going to be able to massively scale this with the newest state-of-the-art equipment at the time. And like I said, single RAN infrastructure is coming. Circuits are being upgraded from 1 gig to 10 gig. Speeds are going to be immaculate on this network. They have access to 141 megahertz average nationwide. In some rural areas, they're pushing 200. They're pushing so much spectrum in some of these areas, they're going to be able to use some of that for backhaul. That's how much spectrum they're pushing in some of these areas. And that's where I wanted to leave this video. Just wanted to push this out to you guys, so I'll leave both of the articles in the description down below so you guys could check them out in its entirety. It's a good time to be in wireless if you are a network enthusiast. Yes, prices may go up. It's a very expensive build out, but it's going to be a lot of capacity for the user, and I think congestion could be a thing of the past if you couple all of the networks, such as the millimeter wave and C-band and then CBRS and everything else that Verizon is incorporating in this next generation network build. So if you have been on the channel or you are new to the channel and you have not yet liked, shared, subscribed, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload the content. Make sure to follow the social media outlets for more updates and interactions. Thanks again for watching. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.